Hello, everybody. Wow, this lighting is really weird. Nothing I can really do about it because I am not in my home. I'm actually babysitting for some friends, and the kiddos, I really thought that they were going to be still up by 7:30 because they usually are. I knew that even 8 o'clock was kind of pushing it, so I wasn't really sure if they were going to go to sleep or not, but they had a very busy day and they passed out by 6:30 and 7:15 respectively. So I'm actually able to do my live stream. But wow, this lighting is weird and I don't, pardon me, 2 seconds. Maybe it was my camera lens the tiniest bit. I don't know. But yeah, weird lighting. Yeah, but so I've been wanting to do chickens for a long time. Let's see who's in here. Let's just take a look. I know that Paul's Green Space was here before. I don't know if they've come back. Ladies Farm, I know, is here from Kentucky, my Renaissance grandma. And hey, Robert over there at Homestead Aquarius. Hello, hello, welcome in. Um, Team Aquarius, yay, yay. Um, yeah, so I've been wanting to do chickens for a long time. And now that I am moved in with my parents, which, okay, not great. We've talked about that. But now that we've done that, my dad has always said that we do not have enough room in the yard for chickens. Like the city won't allow it. We don't have enough space for the permit. Well, I decided to go look it up and I brought out the measuring tape and there's enough room for chickens. The rules here are that we have to be 25 feet from any dwelling. And so we are, the space where I would put the coop is more than 25 feet from every neighbor. And it has to be 50 feet back from the road, which it is. So it's well over 50 feet back from the road, probably closer to like 100 feet. So we have the space. And I don't know why my dad's so concerned about, or was so concerned about, we can't have chickens when we had a massive shed. If you saw the thumbnail for this video, or if you go back and look at the thumbnail for this video, um, the massive shed that used to have, I don't know, at least 50 homing pigeons in it. If we can have the 50 homing pigeons and not rouse the ire of the neighbors and the city, then I'm pretty sure that we can have anywhere from 3 to 4 chickens and no roosters. No roosters. We can't have a rooster here. Don't want one, in this tiny space. Um, but if we can do that, then we can have chickens here. So the plan is, well, I went through. I was at Tractor Supply over in Ipswich the other day, and I did make it out of the store without buying chicks, and I didn't buy a chicken setup because I looked at that thing and it was $500 for a chicken coop, and it was tiny, and it said that it fit up to 6 chickens, but looking at it, like 6 chickens, I feel would be really, really, really cramped in this thing. I miss that I don't have my tripod here because I'm like trying to get rid of this double chin. Hello, guys. I'm not camera ready today. This was, just a random pop up. Okay, we got friends who have come in. Let's take a look. Yep, Ladies Farm is back. Brampton Gardner is here. Rochelle, Attack of the Giant Chickens. I sent her my thumbnail, seeing, being like, hey, what do you think of the thumbnail? And she's like, oh my God, the chickens, they're too big. Heather is here from Garden to Table with Heather Lynn. Randy liked the giant chickens on the thumbnail. Ha 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 ha. I mean, I had to do something to catch people's attention. Hey, hey, and Kirsten is here. Ragnarok Prepper. Guys, I've been slacking on getting to view all of the Shed Wars entry videos. If you watch none of them, Other than mine, you should watch mine. Go watch mine. No, not now, but later. If you haven't seen Ragnarok Prepper's entry video for Shed Wars, oh my God. If you're a big nerd like me, you're going to love it because I was watching and I was rolling laughing. Let's see. Yeah, no way. Poorly constructed money traps that don't take in the comfort of the chickens. That's right. They definitely did not look like 6 chickens could possibly be comfortable in that tiny little thing. And for almost $500, are you kidding me? Let's see. Okay, so I am caught up with everybody. Okay. So now that I've pimped some of my Shed Wars friends there, because oh my God, I'm telling you right now, I was dying. It was just so well done. Anyway, yes. So if you saw the thumbnail for this video, or if you saw my Shed Wars entry video, you will have seen the rundown, partially rotted, falling apart, um, uh, not chicken coop, pigeon loft. When I was a kid, I used to raise and train and race and breed homing pigeons. So we had like 50 something pigeons and we just let them out during the day and they'd fly around the house. They'd come back down. And so we had that loft. There's nesting boxes in there. There's, you know, door flaps and all those things. Yeah, that looked like it was really fun to film. The kids were really getting into it. That was great. Um, yeah, it was a pigeon palace. That thing is got to be like 12 by 10 or 12 by 8. Hey, Daz, how you doing? Let's see. So, Daz from my Aussie Garden and Kitchen is here. And Daz, I'm going to wrap up a little bit before you're live. I will, I'm still going to be in there. Figured this would be good to do for like an hour or so and then segue right into your live, try and get everybody to kind of just transfer on over. Bring them on in with me, although I know some of these people will be in your live anyway. So I'm so glad to see you pop in before you get ready for yours. Yes, so that pigeon loft is fallen apart, like the back wall. You can't see it in the picture that I posted, but if you watch the Shed Wars video, you can see when I scroll by it and look and you see that panel that's fallen down, you can see through behind it straight through to the next yard. So I was thinking, like, I'm not paying all this money for this, tiny little prefab thing that probably cost, I don't know, less than $100 of materials. I don't know. I'm not good at pricing those things out, but I mean, it probably costs next to nothing to make and $500. So I figured I could make one on my own. So I was thinking, like, okay, if I get some, 2x2s, 2x4s, some plywood, some roofing shingle, hardware, cloth, all this good stuff, I can make my own chicken coop. But then I realized while I was sitting here tonight and I'm getting the kids ready for bed that I've got a fallen down coop basically already in my yard, and I could just take that and repurpose it and build it into a chicken coop. Now, where I need you guys to help um, is I've seen so much conflicting information on what makes a good chicken coop. Now, I ideally would love to do a chicken tractor, but we don't have enough room in the yard to like move the chickens around. So whatever it is, it's going to be a stationary coop. So I'm trying to think about the easiest way to make it like easy to clean. Uh, do they need drywall? Yeah, the materials it looks really cheap. It looks really cheap. Hey, a girl in the garden, welcome in, welcome in. Yes, so what I'm wondering is about the coop itself is like I only need a few chickens. I don't need a ton because it's just me, it's my mom, and sometimes my kids. And I'm just wondering about how to make it, like, what is a good space for, like, for the actual coop, like, when you put them in at night, how big should I make that, um, for the chickens to be comfortable? I'm going to make a run outside, and I want to make sure that's big enough too, but, um, yeah, like, how much space per chicken? If I'm going to have 4 chickens, how big do I make this coop? And I don't want it big enough for more than 4 chickens, because then I'm going to get into trouble. You know how chicken math works. So yes, for a max of 4 chickens, um, that's really all. That's okay, a girl in the garden. We just got started. Tractor Supply has cute chicks. Yes, I was in Tractor Supply. They were adorable. I really, really, really wanted to just grab all the brooding supply and all the brooding supplies and all of that, and take home some chickens and some little cute little fluffy baby chicks. Um, they had Easter eggers, and I can't remember. I didn't want to get any of the straight run ones, because I didn't want to end up with roosters by accident, and um, I just really prefer not to, because then I'd have to get rid of them, and I don't. Yeah, it wouldn't be so bad if I had my own place and I ended up with a few roos, but the dimensions of the pigeon aviary, I don't know for sure, but I would guess it's about, I would say 12 by 8, and then it's more than big enough for me to stand up inside. So I want to say the interior is probably about 78 feet tall. And it's still full of pigeon poop that's been sitting there for about a decade. So I'm wondering if I should just turn that into compost or what. Backyard underground chickens. California, you were only allowed 2 chickens. You had 23 egg layers, 30 meat birds, and 4 turkeys. Well, so the thing is, yeah, I'm definitely throwing it in the compost, but I'm worried if it's in there and it's moldy, is that gonna, I don't know. So here's the thing is, I can't use that whole structure for 4 chickens. And if I did, I would end up with so many more than 4 chickens, because you know how chicken math works. Um, but the problem with that coop and turning it into it, just putting chickens in it, is half of it is rotted out. The floor, the back wall, that you, if you look at the thumbnail for this video, it's a picture of the coop, and the panel, like a third of the front wall, the panels rotted away a bit and fallen down. And then if you look past that, the entire back wall is half rotted, like you can see right through. So, so that's the thing, is most of it is rotted away. So I need to just kind of cannibalize it and use small pieces, and wondering how big to, because I don't have a very large space where I can build the coop, because that area where that existing loft is, we're just taking that down, and then there's a space behind that, um, where we're going to put the loft there. Um, the frame, I don't know. I haven't really gotten in there and checked it out that much. Um, I would imagine that at least one of the corners is pretty rotted. So I figure I will take some of the wall panels that are still solid, and I'll use those to make the coop. So I'm just trying to figure out how big to make it on the, so that they have enough room inside. And then I'll make an exterior run. I mean, that'll be really easy with just like some 2x2s and 2x4s and a bunch of hardware cloth. I at least know, so I don't know much about chickens, but I at least know that chicken wire is a bad idea for chickens. I'll use probably like 1/2 inch hardware cloth, so we have some better predator protection. We don't have to worry about big things here, but we do have a lot of raccoons, and they did get into my pigeon loft a couple of times before we perfected it. Like, I came out one day, and mind you, I was like a 16-year-old kid, came out to tend my pigeons, and there was a pile of bodies and a pile of heads, and that's a raccoon. Oh, Underground Chicken Club. See, hey, welcome in my Cape Cod life. You've got chickens. Let's see, who else we got? Let's see. Yeah, what they don't know won't hurt them. I'm not so worried about the city. It's just as long as the neighbors don't complain, the city doesn't really care that much. Definitely cannot have a rooster though. They will totally they will flip out if you've got a rooster. Um, the only neighbor that I don't know is the one up behind us. So, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely nice airflow. The great thing about where I live now is we're across the street from the ocean. So hey, Lori's World, welcome in. We're across the street from the ocean. Like, we have like a little cove right across the road. So we get a nice like sea breeze. So I'm not so ventilation over there is going to be just fine. Um, I do know that I want to have the coop up off the ground. I'm probably going to support it with cinder blocks. How much space should I have under the coop, though? Is what I'm thinking. Um, yeah, we've got like coyotes and things here as far as predators too, but I've never seen one in my yard, and I don't. Yeah. Well, in that case, I need more chickens because three to four, 3 to 4 chickens in the yard feeds my family. More chickens would have to, I'd have to get more chickens. This is where chicken math comes in. That's why I'm not building a larger coop. So yeah, but how much space should I have? Like, if I'm going to have 4 chickens, how big should I have how big should I have the interior of the coop is my question. And pardon me, I'm going to take a little sip of my drink. So I'm not going to get the Tractor Supply chickens, as cute as they are. A friend of mine who actually has a YouTube channel, she just hasn't really posted anything in the last 2 years. She's thinking about coming back to us. Her channel is called Parsley Farm, and she's based in either Groveland or Georgetown, Massachusetts, I think. I don't know where her new property is, but she's setting up her new home, and she's going to be building a roadside stand and selling eggs and plant starts and veggies. And so that's really cool. She's actually putting in an order for chicks. Sorry. She's putting in an order for chicks in April. So she offered actually to brood them for me so that I don't have to go out and get all the materials. 3 to 5 would be sufficient. That's okay. So that's probably good. All right. I think that's about what I was thinking, is like 3 by 5. And then if I have a run, probably like another like 7 by 5. Would that give them enough space to run around? Um, like I said, I'm only going to have, yeah. So if I have the coop that's 3 by 5 and then the run like 7 by 5, that should be plenty of space for them. Yes. I was literally over here. So this is my friend's house, and I literally took a tape measure and then put toys in each corner, trying to map out how big I think this thing would need to be. um, yeah. So yeah, my friend she's going to brood them for me, so I don't have to go through the expense of getting all the setup and the learning curve and potentially losing chicks and all of that. So we're going to get, I think I'm going to look at getting a pair of Easter eggers. And then I think she said she's getting golden comets. So I'll get 2 Easter eggers and a golden comet, maybe 2 golden comet, and then I'll have some pretty eggs. I'm all excited about that. Let's see who came in here. Who did I just see? Hugo Homestead. Hello, hello, hello. And Annette from Apple Tree Urban Homestead down in Australia. I got a couple of Aussies in here tonight. Yay, yay. Love seeing you guys in here. All right, so 3 to 5, 3 by 5, and then what? Probably like 3 feet high, 4 feet high for the interior of the coop. This is super helpful. Like, I'm trying to think. So, and then they need a couple of. Oh, hey, Paul's Green Space is back. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? The more space in the run by better. Do like an 8 by 6. Yeah. See, I wish I had a notebook here or something I could write on because I could like hold up. This is what I was looking at. Um, hey, Pure Pondering is here. Hey, hello, hello, hello. Yeah, so I took the tape measure and I mapped out the space and I put like the kids' toys in each corner so that I could see exactly how big that, like a footprint it was going to be. Okay, so maybe instead of capping it at 7 feet, I'll run it like another like couple feet out, so that'll give them like an additional 10 square foot of space. Um, 3 feet off the ground, 4 feet high. That sounds about right. I'm pretty sure that the existing wall board that I have, the existing wall panels that I have, I can still do that. And if you saw the thumbnail, there's also windows already kind of put in, so I could use that too to add ventilation. Although, are those vents really in the right spot? Probably not. I'll have to work with that. Let's see. The interior of your coop is over 8 feet high. Guys who built it for you didn't put in a roost, took scrap lumber to build a roost that you can walk over. Yeah. Oh, you have a video of your run too. I'm gonna be like checking out like all your videos. Actually, after I close this out, probably at like 9 o'clock, if you guys want to go ahead and post links for me, or you can go on Instagram, Wicked Awesome Gardening on Instagram, and you can send me links to your videos on your chicken runs and things like that, or any beginner chicken videos that you feel like would be helpful. Hello, Get to the Farm. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I will take all the links and watch all the videos because that's how I learn everything these days. Is I go to YouTube videos and then I just obsessively run through them until I've got the knowledge in my brain. Yeah, I'm really excited. Like this is going to be a thing. And my dad likes to build stuff, so that's what's going to sucker him into all this. Oh, when I told him that I did the measurements, I'm like, and we can have chickens, and he's just like, oh, fine. So I'm really excited for that. Let's see. Right now, your chickens are free range, and originally they were in an old dog pen. You got some that flew over the top. Yeah. I'm going to make the run fully enclosed, and like I said, I'm going to use the 1/2 inch hardware cloth, and it's going to go down the sides and it's going to go over the top because we live on a very, very, very busy road, and any chickens escaping from this yard are going to be getting run over. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Brampton Gardner. Rochelle's dropping links. Thank you so much. I really got to get some new mods in here. Raise your hand if you guys feel like being a mod and helping out with all that fun stuff because right now it's generally Rochelle. And who else did I make a mod in here? I think Black's Tropical Homestead is also a mod. Hey, Bellyacres, we got Jillian Carey. Yes, that coop has been sitting there empty for about probably something like 10 to 15 years since my dad got rid of the pigeons. And I'm not entirely sure how he got rid of the pigeons because we had 50 of them and then they were just gone. And I'm not asking, he's not telling. I have a feeling some of them at least got eaten. No worries, Kate. That's fine. Okay, Daz, I will see you in your live. Which, hey guys, by the way, Daz, my Aussie Garden and Kitchen, is having his live at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So after this, we'll go jump right into. I'm gonna wrap up before 9:30. I think I'm probably only gonna go till like 9 o'clock because I don't know how much discussion I can have on this tonight when I'm just kind of figuring out like what do I do. But at 9:30, I'll be over in Daz's live. Hey, Barb's Country Home. Your chicken are currently in the greenhouse. Best for them in cold winters. Just moved the goat winter pens and put the hoop house over the hay, straw, and goodies. Oh, nice. There you go. Good. Yep. Watch your notifications for Daz's live because he goes live every other Saturday. Let's see. Just going through. Hey, I will take any and all advice, and I'm probably going to do some videos on the building of the coop because I'm definitely not going to get it done in like one day or one weekend. Yeah, so let's see. Ooh, new electric canner. Yay, yay, yay. Yeah, so I think it's going to be a matter of one video where we're taking down all the pieces of the coop and seeing what can be used and repurposed and what can't. Hey, I don't have a homestead yet, but I have a farm store. Hey, how do you like that? Getting ideas for building a greenhouse from recycled materials. Nice. I will be making a greenhouse in the fall. I had wanted to do it last fall at my previous property, but the sale of the house prevented that, unfortunately. And so I couldn't build the greenhouse like I wanted to. I'm just literally using cattle panels and greenhouse plastic and some things to brace it and things like that. But so super super simple little you know hoop greenhouse. It's going to be fun. um yeah. So and the thing about my greenhouse is going to be like a temporary structure too that becomes my cattle panel arches when spring happens. So that's kind of making it multi-purpose. Oh no. Oh goodness. Take it easy. Take it easy. Okay. All right. So things are coming together in my head. So if I want to do 4 chickens comfortably, 3 by 5, 4 feet high, I need to put ventilation on each end and have a couple roofs. The great thing about that shed being an old pigeon loft is I have nesting boxes. Uh, I think there's something like 20 nesting boxes in there. And I know they're like, pigeon size, but I mean, they were pretty big pigeons. They should be able to fit some chickens just fine. I may have to repurpose the doors because they're like, little whoop. So if I just take those doors off, yeah, I should be able to repurpose those and use for chickens. Um Also doing the cattle panel greenhouse. You have all the materials. Now you just have to do it. There you go. Bramden Gardner's taking a figure break. Thank you, Rochelle, for posting everybody's links. That's really awesome. Okay, and then, yeah, there we go. I can't remember the actual dimensions of the nesting boxes. They were pretty decently sized. Because, I mean, the pigeons aren't as small as you'd think. They were, I mean, racing pigeons, they're pretty muscular and large, so hey, it's finally getting cooler over there. Woohoo! Oh, I'm gonna have so many tomatoes. Yeah, I mean, only 20 plants this year, but it's still gonna be a lot of tomatoes. Yes. So the nesting boxes, that's the thing. Okay, so 3x5, and then I'm gonna have to build a bump out to put those nesting boxes, and then like a hinge door. I'll have to remember that. Um, I'm betting parts of that roof are probably, well, and maybe I'd want new shingle for that because again, that coop was built in the late 1990s, probably like 98, and then it hasn't had any roof repair in forever. So maybe I want to get new shingle for that. Yeah, I think I should. But it's definitely coming together. So yeah, do you think if I built the run, so if the run's going to be 5 feet wide and about 10 feet long, is like 4 feet a good height, or should I try to go higher, like five or six? So let's see. So the coop is going to be 4 feet tall, and then a couple feet off the ground. Yeah, I mean they should have plenty of room to run for that. I mean, like I said, oh, that's a good idea. Tin roof will be less maintenance. Okay. All right. I will definitely note that down. I'm going to be going back and watching this. Make it where you can comfortably walk in. Okay, so 5.5 feet. 5.5 feet gives me clearance. I'm a shorty. Yes, I was actually looking on Marketplace to see if I could find a used chicken coop and go get it, but everything that I've seen, I either need a truck to go haul, and I don't have a truck. Um, yeah, it depends on if you want to walk in it, but making it tall enough to be able to walk inside actually makes sense because I'll probably make it so that I can open from the outside to get the eggs, but open it from the inside of the run when I go in and clean it. So making it tall enough for me to walk in it makes a lot more sense. Yeah, if it's tall enough for me to walk inside it, that makes a lot more sense because then I can just come in and scrape it all out and be good to go. I was told if I want to make it easier to clean inside to put linoleum down. Like that sounds smart, like putting linoleum like a sheet vinyl or something out on the floor. But it's 1.2 meter tall, so that's what, like 4 feet? I'm sorry, like we're American, we're weird. We don't use metric. Okay, so Americans will use just about anything to not use the metric system. I saw an article the other day that was talking about a meteor coming to Earth, or that said it was the size of half a giraffe. Like, what? Americans, we will use anything to avoid using the metric system. Um, do. What do you mean? So is my run on the inside? Will that drain? I don't. There's going to be inside the coop. It's going to be filled with shavings, so to absorb. So it doesn't really need to drain. Um, yes, that's what I was going to ask about. Is what should I do about stopping predators from digging under the coop? Okay, linoleum is good. Yes, that's what I would do. Is I would get like some sheet vinyl. Oh, I have sheet vinyl scrap from when I had my kitchen, when I did my kitchen floor, which I still need to do the video of my kitchen renovation. But to do that, I have to finish putting together the cabinet that's in pieces all over the floor right now. So I've got to do that. And then I can actually clean my kitchen so I can show you how pretty it came out. Um, so there's that. So yeah, I can use the scrap vinyl and put it down and across, like, down the wall across and then back up. That really would make it so much easier to clean. Oh my goodness. No, planting your peas now is a great idea here. I didn't get to plant mine yesterday because I was working, but I am planting them tomorrow morning. So planting peas right now generally should work just fine. Use the old English standard measurements. Yep. Yes, planting peas from seed now is a great idea. Oh, okay. A meter stick is always about it's so long than a yard stick. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Yeah, see, I always kind of remember that a meter is roughly 1 yard, which is 3 feet. See, we'll use anything to not use the metric system. Toss straw down if the run is on. Yeah, the run will be outside on dirt. Could be a baby giraffe too. We don't know. Well, they said half a giraffe. They did not specify adult or not. That's true. Better at conversion because they sell fabric in meters there. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Yeah, here they sell it in yards. Oh, got it, got it. When you have compost, yeah, got it. Abe apron? Yeah, okay, so when I make the run, I'll make the posts like a good 6 inches or so more. I wonder, okay, would this make sense if I'm building the coop and I'm going to put it out there? Is I got to make the area level anyway. What if I were to make like a row of cinder blocks that are mostly buried in the ground and I rest the coop on top of the cinder blocks? Does that make sense at all? Am I explaining that okay? So that way there's, stone and all of that. Yeah, you can often find old linoleum in dumpsters. So the thing is that I can get sheet vinyl, pretty thick sheet vinyl from Home Depot for like 50 cents a foot, 50 cents a square foot. So it really wouldn't be much, but I do have extra sheet vinyl from when I did the floors in the kitchen. There you go. Wood chips in the run. Apron. I'm not sure what an apron means. I'm gonna have to look that up. um, I'm not good with all the technical terms of for building. We definitely cannot transplant any starts outdoors yet. I will hopefully get some lettuce and spinach, radishes, carrots, things like that planted outside pretty soon. But yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. If I like bury or like partially bury cinder blocks, and that way I can level it because the ground does slope just the tiniest bit where I'm going to put the run. So if I bury some of them deeper and some of them not, then I can make sure it's all level. Put the coop itself on top of the cinder blocks, and then it's, the wood's not in contact with the ground, so it's not going to rot, or at least not going to rot as fast. And then also it's going to prevent the predators from digging under, if that makes any sense. Yeah, definitely no outside things today. It was gross. Used 4x4s, much like you're thinking cinder blocks. Uh-huh. No, no, the linoleum and the vinyl would not be for in the run. It would be for in the coop itself, like where I have, like in front of the nesting boxes, under the roost, to make it easier to like scrape out. But not in the run itself. That would just be dirt. The cinder block would also know let you know when you hit bottom during cleanouts. Hmm. Well, I wouldn't put cinder block for the whole thing. I'd want them to be able to scratch in the dirt and all of that stuff. I just meant like around the border for the exterior of the run to sit on. Yeah, I hate wind too. Ugh. Makes you so cold, and then it stinks for filming. Oh, yes, if Marini's farm is getting ready for planting, that says spring is on the way. I'm psyched for tomorrow because tomorrow is March 20th, which means it is the start of Shed Wars. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I get what you mean. Along the edge would let you see how deep you got when scraping out. Yes, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so you guys like my cinder block foundation idea. Okay. See, this is why I decided to do this live, because I'm getting so much good information here, and like you guys are making my brain work. My dad's going to have fun with this. He likes to build things. So if it gives him something to do and something to help me with, but sometimes his ideas get a little much and then he gets frustrated. So yes, 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 yes. Team Aquarius. Woohoo! I'm going to grow so much food this year. Okay. Robert has proclaimed me his new Sarah. He said that in the draft. I'm his new Sarah. That is a lot of pressure. Her and her 10,000 square foot garden and her gorgeous window greenhouse and all her canning skills that I do not yet have. That's a lot of pressure. But I will do my best. We have 3 different gardens to grow in. There is a lot of going to be growing out there. And now it looks like we're going to be adding eggs into the weight. So, hey, we got Fallen Arkansas Gardener here. Woohoo! Wood legs 4x4 over cinder blocks. Okay, all right. I see that. Okay. I am going to have plenty of strawberries because I did get a green stalk. I bought something like 30 bare root strawberries yesterday. And then I'm going to have so there's 42 pockets in the 7-tier leaf green stalk. So I got 30 bare root strawberries. I'm going to get a bunch from Heather, I think on Monday morning. And so we're going to get those all in the green stalk. Danny, aka New Sarah. Yes, Shed Wars. Happy Shed Wars Eve, everybody. Let's see. My mom has decided that Micah needs blue laced red Wyandotte hens. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I still do not know the difference between the chickens when I look at them. The only one that I think I could probably guess when I see them is let's see, I think leghorns because they're white, I believe. Silkies, I can tell the silkies. So I'm going to be doing a big deep dive on chickens and beginner chicken information and all of that. Oh goodness. Oh, Tammy, did I not say hi to you, Rebel Canners? I'm sorry. I know I saw you earlier. Oh, let's see. Big day. Shed Wars, Spring Inkwood. Oh, 10 years since your dad. Oh, I'm sorry. But hey, baby chicks. Baby chicks are cute. Um, yeah, I'm trying to go simple and easy because like I said, I don't know anything about chickens other than what I see you guys post in your videos. So I'm gonna go with some Easter eggers. Like I said earlier, I'm getting 2 Easter eggers and 1 or 2. I think the other breed she's getting is Golden Comet. So yeah, I'll tell you, I have so because I'm babysitting. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Don't worry about spelling my name right. Silkies are cool, but they're weird looking. They're weird looking. I want some chicken looking chickens. Um, I'll tell you. So because I'm babysitting, I have this on my phone, but then I'm also watching it on their TV, and the pixelated quality of this camera on a big screen TV is absolutely gross. I may rethink my whole thought of getting a new camera and continuing to use my phone or whatever, or at least upgrade my phone to something with a better camera. Yikes. Um, yeah, so I think I'm going to do 2 Easter eggers, and I think what she said she's getting is golden comets. So I'll get 1, maybe 2 of those. Chicken looking and finger licking chicken. Yes, yeah, it looks super blurry on the TV. I need a better camera because yikes. It's weird though because I've watched my live streams on their TV before and it was nothing like this. And it's the same phone. I don't know. Barred Rock, 2 Americanas, an olive egger, barnyard mix. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I've been wanting chickens for forever. My mother has wanted chickens for forever, and I'm gonna kind of and so pushing my dad over the edge here and getting some chickens. Was really excited. Oh, okay, so I was clear before, and then it got blurry. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe I have a bad connection. Hey, Rebecca Davis. Hello. How are you? Hmm. Oh, you know what? It's kind of going like clear then blurry and clear then blurry. I don't know. Maybe it's just the Wi-Fi over here because like I said, this is the first time I've ever live streamed from anywhere that wasn't my house. So that could be an issue. Um Buff Orpington and 1 Sapphire Gem. I'm gonna have to look up Sapphire Gem. Anything called Sapphire Gem has got to be something pretty. um Yeah, I'm hoping that Easter eggers is a good like beginner chicken. And I heard that they can. So I've been doing some reading, at least a little bit, um, that 16 eggs in the incubator, yay! That the Easter eggers can lay anywhere from pink to blue to kind of like green eggs, but each chicken will only lay one color. So if you see them lay a color, that's always going to be the color they lay. So I'm interested to see what color my girls are going to lay when I get them. Um, and I'm trying to decide whether or not I should get all the same, like three or four Easter eggers, or do I want to get one slightly different one? So yeah. Baby blue and green. Aw. And I mean, I'm hoping that I do have my own property within, say, 1 to 2 years, so that then I can, add more chickens. I can get a couple of roosters, and I want nice roos. I want them to be friendly. What is like I know some people do have nice roosters and some are jerks. I was definitely chased. I have a memory in my head of visiting a friend's barn and getting chased by a rooster when I was probably 4. And my dad like threw himself in between us, going, rah, rah, trying to back him off. And yeah. That's a good question. My chicken friends, what is a good breed for cold winters? Um, that's another thing. Okay, more questions. Um, Chicken protection in cold weather, like when things start getting cold here, because we definitely get temperatures down in the teens, and um, occasionally we get into single digits. Very, 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 very occasionally it might go a couple degrees below zero, and that's talking Fahrenheit. So it could get as cold here, not very often, but I think if I'm doing my Celsius right, I think it gets as cold as about 15 degrees below. But we also get up we can also get to triple digits um, during the summer too. So let's see. We eat mean chicken. Yes, that's the thing, is if I had a rooster that wasn't behaving, I would eat him. Mean rooster stew. See, I would like to have a rooster so I don't have to constantly order chicks. I would like to be able to hatch them, without, I'd like to have some of my own barnyard chickens. You butchered Mozart. Yep. Mean chicken stew. All right, so your chickens all did great with no heat. Okay, Iowa gets some pretty serious winters, so that sounds good to me. Orpingtons are good all-weather birds. Easter eggers. Okay, yeah, the Easter eggers are really what I'm thinking. Heat is a bigger problem than cold. Well, the area where I'm going to have the coop is in shade. There's a big, big old tree up over them, so that will help. There's a good breeze coming off the ocean across the road, so that will help. Oh yeah, borrowing somebody's rooster. I could do that too. 3 new hatchlings! Yay! Nice, 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 nice. Now, for those days when we do get like 90, 95 degrees Fahrenheit, I where am I? Where's Rochelle? She can tell me what that would be Celsius. um, yeah, but when we have 95, I mean, like I said, the coop is going to be in the shade. It gets a nice, decent breeze off the ocean where I am. Um, Ideas for keeping them cool. Just lots of water available, obviously. Um, yeah. No, but I'm pretty excited about this. I've been wanting chickens forever, and now that I've just kind of made the decision to just go jump all in on it, yeah. And I have promised myself I will not become a victim of chicken math. Okay, yeah, so lots of cold water. I do have shade cloth. Frozen grapes. Frozen grapes is good. Oh, I was saying when it gets like 95 Fahrenheit, like what does that come to Celsius? Like I'm going to embarrass myself and say 40. 40. Okay, so I wasn't too far off. Okay, 95, it's about 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, so saying 40, I wasn't horrendously off, but 40 would probably be like up in triple digits. Okay, all right. I won't escape chicken math. Here's the thing, if I don't build the coop big enough for more than 4 chickens, then I'm not going to get more than 4 chickens. Because I can't build a bigger coop here. I can't. And I also don't want to crowd the animals and make them uncomfortable. So that's why I'm building it for 4 chickens maximum. So I'm going to have 4 chickens. And okay, you know what? Okay, so Rochelle is assigned to roast me in a video if I buy another packet of seeds for the 2022 gardening season. Pure pondering. So, Kate, you are now assigned to roast me if I have more than 4 chickens. And so far I have held off on the seed buying, and you guys know how much I love seeds. What are they, smaller or I don't, I don't know. I don't know about that. I want the pretty eggs. I want the pretty multicolored eggs. That's why I'm getting the Easter eggers. What are the Banties? Are those bantams? They need dirt baths. Okay. Oh, you put DE in the. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. DE in the dirt bath to help kill off the little parasites. Yes. Okay. Okay. I know that like pigeons, they also need some grit. We would have little bits of. Oh, then no, no. The silkies look weird. I'm sorry. They're just weird. I want chickens. Like I said, chickens is what I'm going for. So, yeah. Nope. I want chickens. Let's see. Yeah, so there's the area that I'm going to have their run on is already a dirt area. Yeah, but my kids are grown up and they really don't care about chickens at all. My kids are my eldest daughter is going to be 20 next month. What in the world? In what world do I have a 20-year-old daughter now? Ugh, should be against the law. And then my younger daughter is 18 and she's going off to college in New York City in the fall. And I'm a little freaking out about her being all alone in Manhattan. But yeah. Um, oh, you know what? Yeah, broken oyster shells are good for chickens. Yep. Yeah. We would have broken oyster shell just around in pans for the pigeons to pick at and all of that, because I know it strengthens their eggs. And you know what? I gotta run and grab my phone charger or I'm gonna lose you guys. So if the stream shuts down, well, it's been nice hanging out with you. Where did I even put my purse when I came in? If the stream shuts down, I'm just gonna thank you in advance for all the wonderful information you guys have given me tonight, because this is really going to help me in my chicken adventures. Let's see. Goodness, can I get my charger out and plugged in enough time before this completely dies? Pardon me. Let's see. Cat food? What is that? Okay, pardon, I gotta put the phone down. Aha! 1%. It may still shut down. I don't know if it'll charge faster than this thing comes in. Let me see if I can maybe fix my brightness. That'll help. Ta-da! Let's see. I'm going to scroll back up and see what I missed. Yes, so broken oyster shells. Oh, 32-year-old and a 6-year-old. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm not nuts at thinking of potentially, with my kids being 20 and 18, potentially having one more. Um, Rough sand for grit. Yeah, we had like a rough sandy mix in there too. Um, yeah, definitely. I mean, like I will definitely be asking all the questions. Like I said, if anybody does have videos on chickens, go ahead and like send me links through my Instagram, Wicked Awesome Gardening on Instagram, and um, yeah, just send me your links because I will watch all your videos on the chickens. Oh no, stolen silkies! Not cool. Not cool at all. DE and the pine shavings as well. Yeah, that makes sense. Keep them out of the bedding, and you'll keep them off the chickens. That is smart. Okay. Good, good, good. I've learned so much tonight already, and it's definitely refined my coop design. I'm pretty psyched about that. Um, oh yeah, there's a thought. Maybe I don't want to have to go into the run to clean the chicken coop out, scrape it out. Maybe I can do it from the side. Um, yeah. Apparently, some ancient Oriental medicine theory that silky eggs are good for your eyes. Huh. Well, if I ever succeed in growing a watermelon, they can share in the they can share in the spoils. I have yet to I have yet to successfully grow a melon. This is my year. This is my year. Growing kajari, cantaloupe, tiger melon, and sugar baby bushmelon. Hopefully, one of those finally successfully gives me a melon. The closest I ever came was with a sugar baby melon, and it got to about the size of a softball, and it wasn't ripe yet. And then we got a massive rain, and it just and split open. I was so mad. So mad. And then last year I started growing my Kajari melon along the same trellis as my angel hair spaghetti squash. And it got so shaded out because the spaghetti squash just grew like crazy and took over the whole trellis, which was great because I had tons of spaghetti squash, but it shaded out all my melons. And so I didn't get any. Cog Hill Farm is a good source on chickens. Good to know. I will definitely check them out. See, I tried watching videos on coop builds, and there were like so many different things. I'm like, I don't even know where to start on this, but I'm excited that now I think I have a definite plan in my mind for how this is all going to come together. Um, yeah, chickens can't taste the heat. Like the capsaicin doesn't have an effect on their taste buds or anything. Um, let's see. Going to wait to get more silkies until you have a coop and run that you can put a padlock on. It's probably a good plan. Yikes. Like, how rude. Oh, Micro Farmer. If any of you watch Micro Farmer's channel, somebody broke into his yard, stole some of his garden tools, a ladder, and his dog's like tent that he made out there for her. So he put down what he calls an Alaskan bear deterrent. He took a board and he filled it with nails and he buried it under the dirt and he put it over by the fence. The only thing I'm nervous about with that is his dog walking over there because if kids come, the kids come over and jump his fence to steal stuff and they land on a nail. Well, that's all on them. But yeah, it's like, how rude to just go into somebody's yard and steal stuff. It's like, no, not okay. When you're in Texas, your chickens beat you to, oh no. Here you could, well, here you can get sued for that too. And he's in Connecticut. In Connecticut, you can get sued for that. But they still feel the pain. Let's see. Oh, so when they eat hot stuff, that affects the taste. Yeah, that it's true. And like I said, he's in Connecticut. He's in a very litigious state. Yeah. Let's see. So how did eating all the hot peppers affect the taste of the eggs? Because that is interesting to me. Hmm. All right. We are coming to, yeah. Oh, we get shot for the stealing or shot for the nails in the board? Um, yeah. Okay. So I am not a gloom and doomer. I'm not a prepper. I'm not a the end times are coming type of person. Um, Back when COVID started, like, and all the lockdowns started, and there were grocery store shortages, which, funny, all the shortages were on shelf stable items and things like that, and all the produce was being left to rot. Um, Trespassers will be composted. Yes. Oh my God, that's great. Stealing, we all have nails and boards. Well, okay, so you have to go watch his video, but he implies that the nails and the boards are to make them yell so he knows they're there and which way to aim. Yes, whatever they eat will affect the taste. Okay, so it made them taste richer, not spicy. You know, I think I'm going to have to make a sign. I have a little wood burning pen or whatever they call it. So, like a little wood burning tool. So I just go and write. I could make a sign. um, yes. So, what was I going to say? Nails and boards. Oh yeah, garden that is on the rise. So when everything shut down, I had just a porch garden. I had a handful of tomato plants, well, I had a lot of stuff. On that porch, I grew 6 different kinds of tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, bush beans, carrots, basil, rosemary, sage, parsley, cilantro. Did I say carrots? Potatoes, spinach, lettuce, blueberries, strawberries. This was a 4x6 porch, by the way. Yeah. So I'm not a gloom and doomer like the end times are coming and we all got to have our bug out bags and pack. I'm not that person. I don't mind if you're that person. I'm just not. But I had that little porch garden, and mind you, it's definitely not even enough to keep me fed. It was just a few plants of each kind of thing that I wanted to grow just because, hey, look, I can grow stuff on my porch. That's all it was. But my friend literally told me, "Oh, Danny, you better have a bag in your car and you better have space in your SUV that you can take all those pots and throw them in your car and head for the hills if you need to, because people are going to be coming to your door with a gun and they're going to take your food right from your porch." And I'm like, if they're that hungry, take it. It's a handful of pots. It's not going to go very far. And they're not going to come knock on my door and shoot me for it. They're just going to come and take it. One would assume, because it's easier to just come up, grab things than to come up, say, hey, we're here to take your stuff, and then leave. So, like, I'm not that worried about it. Now, if I had a big property and I had a, big thing, and I don't know. I wasn't really that worried about it. And I'm just looking at her going, you're getting a little, you're starting to you take too much of the propaganda here. You're getting a little overworked by the like, the end times are coming because COVID and lockdowns. And there's some shortages still. Like sometimes I have trouble getting a hold of chicken. So I was thinking about maybe how many meat birds can I grow in the backyard before the neighbors complain, because they're, from chick to freezer in a handful of weeks. But I'm not that bad. I'm trying to run away from our houses with boards nailed to the feet. Yeah, see, I'm not too worried about it for the most part, Nice, 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 nice. But like of all things, I'm not going to throw a handful. I'm not going to throw my pots into the car and drive into the woods. I mean, yeah. So, yeah. Let's see. You try to make nice with the formerly homeless guy who is off gridding next door to me. See, I could be that guy, honestly. Um, if you've seen some of I've mentioned this a couple of times in my older videos, that I've had housing instability issues, and it's not for any reasons of ever having been on, illicit substances or, alcohol abuse issues. There's none of that. It's just that where I am, rents are insane. And when I lost the apartment, the actual reasonable apartment that I had, I was competing for much more expensive apartments that were still the cheap ones. It was like 40 people putting in an application for one apartment. So, despite the fact that I had 3 jobs, I had $7,000 in the bank, I couldn't find an apartment to save my life. And so I lived in my car for a good 3 months in the Walmart parking lot until one of my friends found out, because I was a little too proud to tell people that I was living in my car. And so then I went and lived with her for a year in her rental because she had an extra bedroom. So if I could be like, if there were places that would allow me to buy land and then just drive up in it in my car, and I would make do and I would make things and eventually be fine. It would just take a while. Um, yeah, so I could be that formerly homeless guy off gridding. So, yeah. Dude, I'll tell you, there is a house in West Virginia. It just dropped the price again by $5,000, and I want it. It doesn't get me to a better, like a longer growing zone. The last frost and first frost are still about the same. So it's still 6B, same growing season. But it does get a little bit warmer there, I think, in summers, or I don't even know for sure. But it's a cute little town, and I kind of judge like how far in the boonies you are by I'll take the address of the house, and I will Google Maps how close it is to both a Target, a Walmart, and a Home Depot. If it's got those 3 things within like 20 minutes, half an hour, it's in the realm of civilization that I'm cool with living in. The guy next door was camping on the property. Oh, see? This is how you make things happen these days. Like, Yeah, the guy next door was camping on the property, made a deal with the owner to clean the place up, and found himself a bargain on it a couple of months ago in an old RV. Nice. That's really nice. I love that. Um, yeah, but this little place in West Virginia, $60,000. The house is not a teardown. It's dated, it's old, but it's totally something that a DIYer like me could do. And it's on 4 acres. It's already got a fenced 1 acre pasture, and it's within like 15 minutes of civilization. I want it. It's been on the market for months, and I'm half debating. Like, I'm not ready to move yet, but give me a month or so, and I could make myself ready. Let's see. Okay, wait. Where are you guys again? You're in Iowa. I will see you. We can make a deal here. We can make a deal. Gonna start to generate more compost. New neighbor asked me if you didn't mind if she contribute. That's awesome! Extra kitchen scraps. Woohoo! It's so awesome that you get to compost there. That's really, really great. Um, yeah, so I have a real estate deal that is supposed to close at the end of April, and it's going to give me $6,000. The plan was to use that to pay off my car, or, well, not pay off, but it would almost pay it off. It would leave me about another $1,000 or so. And like $6,000 is a 10% down payment. Like, if I could make a deal with this owner, if there's someone that could accept like an owner finance type of deal over like 5 years, I could get that property. I could. I don't think it would fly, and I don't think I'm quite there yet. So I'll just have to keep watching it, see if it drops down again, and save my money and be a good little girl. I got a nifty little book here that's because I'm terrible about actually keeping a budget and planning. So, and typically I'll write everything in a notebook, but it's, the notebooks get lost and things move. But this is an actual like ledger book. So I'm, working out how I'm writing my budget and all that fun stuff. And I'm really, 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 really getting down to it. So that's why I'm excited that I'm going to be able to build this chicken coop at almost zero cost. I'm going to need to get like some, 2x2 furring strips for certain areas. And I'm going to have to get some hardware cloth because I don't have quite enough to do that large of a run. But the coop itself, I've got all the scrap wood and everything that I could possibly need and then you've got the wall materials cannibalized from the shed and other things. So it's going to be a very, very inexpensive build. So I'm really psyched about that. Um, yeah, so I'll be able to do that and have the chickens without like putting a hole in my pocket. So the little expense that there will be in getting the birds and the extra materials, that's kind of like treating myself from my last real estate transaction, which was the green stalk. So little bits. Nice garden, what with leftover hardware cloth? Horrible at budgeting outside the set monthly expenses. Yeah, me too. Me too. I am very bad at it. Um, and I'm very like I am so because most of the time it's just me that I'm cooking for. My girls don't love coming to my parents' house. So I don't see them as much anymore, which makes me very, very sad. But at the same time, we go out for dinners and stuff like that. So we make. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I can use the leftovers to make myself a harvesting basket. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, pallets. Why did I not think of pallets for the materials for the, oh my goodness. Okay. Yes, I have an inn. Um, my mother works at Stop and Shop, a local grocery store. So, I can have them set aside some pallets. Woohoo. Um, Pallets are pretty easy to find around here too. Um, you keep working in things like the $74 canner you bought with this paycheck. Yes. Uh, yeah. You're great at budgeting. You don't spend. So the thing is, a lot of the time, it's just me to make meals for, and then I get lazy because I'm like, I don't feel like cooking. I'm just gonna order a pizza, and that's where this and the fact that I still look like I'm having a baby, even though I haven't had a baby in 2 years. Uh, this isn't from the baby. This is from pizza. Nice. See, pallets are so useful. I don't know why I didn't think of pallets for extra materials. So that's going to take this down to really just hardware cloth, really. Um, yeah. Let's see. So, yeah, I'm going to start getting really detailed on my budget. Um, I don't know if any of you are Dave Ramsey people. I'm not in some ways. Because he's got really great thoughts on getting out of debt, but he gets a little yeah, with his thoughts of wealth building. Being a real estate agent, I mean, I'm not a fan of buying a building. What do they call it? The Burr method, BRRRR. It's buy, refinance. I don't even know what it stands for, but basically you're property stacking in a way. You buy a property for, you fix it up. Oh yeah, buy, renovate, rent, refinance, and then you use that refinance money to go buy another one. So you've got one property paying the loan on the other property, paying the loan on the other property, and it's all bringing income and blah blah blah. That's dangerous to my mind in so I don't like that, but I don't like that. That's too much risk. But I also don't quite agree with with some of his thoughts on not every debt is bad. The leverage can be good if exercised with reason. But Dave in general, I love. I am not a religious person. I'll be the first one. Like, I know that a lot of the homesteading community is very faith based. I'm not. If I'm anything at all, I'm a pagan. I mean, I grew up next to Salem, Massachusetts. I was influenced in my youth. So I'm not a religious person. And Dave Ramsey uses a lot of scripture in what he talks about, but the way he relates it, though, it's relatable to me. There's a lot of there's a lot of common sense in things, and I think that's really what the Bible is for the most part in the first place. Is here's your common sense on how to not be stupid and how to not be a jerk in general. So I kind of take it that way. Um, so Dave is great, and so I'm following this. I'm writing out a zero-based budget, which is for those who don't follow, is you literally take everything that you're going to be making, and they do it monthly. Like I've had the Every Dollar app, and the Every Dollar app is missing some key components that make it work for me. Um, Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Over leveraged domino effect. And if one domino falls, the whole thing collapses. And I can see why Dave doesn't like that because that's what happened to him and made him go broke. Is he was using that method and then the bank said, "Oh, you have too much debt. You have too much out there. We're calling your loans." And the whole thing went kaboom and he was destitute. So, yeah, I don't like that. But sometimes refinancing and is a good some debt, reasonable risk, Yeah, the burr method is not reasonable risk in my. Let's see. On the I don't feel like cooking nights, I put some rice in the rice cooker, add a few mixed veggies. That's what I'll be doing a lot of the time once I've got the garden going. It's during the winter, it's the worst. If I have the garden going, I put effort into making food and growing food, and I can't let that go to waste. So I have to eat it. um, yeah. Let's see. When you don't feel like cooking, you do quesadilla. Yep. Things I spend on each paycheck, I can justify because it's things to fix the house. Yes. The thing is, you like what I've got to get into is getting those sinking funds going so that when you have a planned expense on the house, you're putting a little away for it each month. And then when it's time, you've got that fund there. I've got a sinking fund so that next year I won't have to pay my car insurance monthly. I'll just be able to, oh, it's time to renew. Here's the payment for the year and save money. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm going. So I am getting money. I am buying my house. I'm making my budget. And I just happened to find this. I went looking for a notebook and then I saw like all the planners and things. And I saw this that said cash. And I went, I wonder what that is. Opened it up. It's a ledger book. And I'm like, well, that's exactly what I really need instead of random notebooks scattered all around my house where I'm writing my monthly budget or, so every week I've also got this app called Truebill. So it keeps track of everything I do. And um, yeah, see, there you go. Um, yeah, so it keeps track of everything I do so that it's got a calendar telling me your, cell phone bill is coming out this day. Your car insurance is coming out this day. Your car payment, you're this, you're that. So because I am so bad about I know that I've got to pay them either at the beginning of the month or the end of the month, but I'm really, really bad about remembering which week. So now that my last job did not pay me on the books, and that was very frustrating for many reasons, especially where I would like to be able to get a mortgage. And if your income isn't on the books, but my family that I worked for paid very well and they didn't want to pay me on the books. So I've had to do like things to make sure my taxes are right and everything else. But the new family, I'm a nanny for those of you who don't know, pays me on the books. So I got my first like on the books paycheck this week, and it frustrates me to see the taxes coming out of my paycheck again, but it's just going to make things so much easier for me in the long run. Less paperwork, less hassle. But now I'll know, what I've got each week coming in. I know which bills are coming out because of my app, so I can plan it all every week, write it down. Okay, I see the time. I thought I was just going to call this at 9 o'clock, but then we got into expenses and all that other stuff. Um, Rochelle, I'm not going to be here. I'm signing off now. We're going to go, or I at least am going to go over into Daz's live. Let's see. All that planning set up in your bank app. I wish my bank did that. I wish my bank did that. Um, at least the way that this other app does. Um, yeah, there is like online banking, but there's so much you have to set up with it and make sure everything's right. This is automatic, and I love it, and it tracks it, and it tells me when, oh, hey, you spent more here, you spent less there. Um, hey, Chuck, Life with Blinda and Chuck. Yes, so it's 9:28. I'm going to jump over to my Aussie Garden and Kitchen for Daz's live, and hopefully I'll see a lot of you over there. Let's do, he says, woof. Oh, good night, Dexter. Yes, so let's go love bomb Daz's live. Tell him all that I sent you. Tell him that I sent you all over. So when you go in, be like, "Hey, Wicked Awesome Gardening sent me over. Let's go bomb him." Thanks a lot, guys, for all the info. It really helped so much, and now I can see my chicken coop in my mind. So thank you a lot, you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Oh, Rochelle's gonna put a chat raid link. She's gonna pop it in. There you go. All right, see you guys. Bye-bye.